buy this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership. Well, Raritan's of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go. It looks like it's here right now. I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Raritan's of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
Hi, welcome to you soccer fans out there tonight. We're here at Lake Stevens High School for Wesco 4A game with Lake Stevens and Jackson Timberwolves, trying to figure out who's going to be number one in the Wesco 4A. Jackson 6-0-0, 8-0-0 overall, undefeated and untied. Lake Stevens is 4-0-2, 5-0-3. So 3 ties, 2 league ties. But right now, the winner of this will move into first place for the game tonight. So on the pitch out there, we're seeing the Lake Stevens Vikings soccer team being introduced. Lake Stevens Viking coached by Wes Vanderhusen, coming off a tough game against Mount Vernon last Wednesday night, where they were down 2-0 at half, coming back to bring it up to a 3-3 tie. And they felt pretty lucky to do that, I think. Wes said the boys just didn't get started until the second half. Jackson, on the other hand, has only given up 2 goals overall this year. Gave up to 1 in Mariner back on March 19th, where they won that game 5-1, and gave up 1 last Wednesday night to Kamiak, winning 4-0. So they've had 6 shutouts for the season this year, and looking for another one here tonight. However, the Lake Stevens Vikings hoping to spoil that little record. So right now we're going to have a short break. We'll be right back.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
All right, we're back here live after that little Pledge of Allegiance start of the game here tonight. And the PA announcer thinks we're playing football, but it's not football, it's football, or soccer, as we say here in the continental United States. So right now, getting ready to start this game out there on the field in the red shirts. Head referee Ramon. Oh, you wrote his name down.
Come on, Ronnie.
McKay's, and assisting him are Sean O'Neill and Rick Henson. So they're going to be trying to keep things under control out there tonight and maintain a very healthy and physical game out there, I'm sure.
But we're not in control up here.
We're not in control? We're definitely not in control up here. No, not in control of the game at all. So head coach for Jackson out there is a young lady by the name of Sarah Smart. And Sarah is smart. She's in her 4th year here for the Timberwolves, coming off of a career playing soccer, both high school and college, and coached the girls Jackson Timberwolves team prior to taking over as the head coach of the boys team here. And with a 6-0, 8-0 record, you can't fault that young lady tonight. Lake Stevens coached out there by Wes Vanderhusen, and Wes is having a little trouble with his boys getting charged up. As I said earlier, they got behind 2-0 against Mount Vernon, but hopefully he says they'll come to play tonight, knowing they're playing against a really strong and aggressive team. In goal tonight for Lake Stevens Vikings, coming off the JV team, is Tanner Jordan. He'll be up there taking place of Josh Bradley, who was our player of the game last time we did a game up here in Lake Stevens, but he's nursing a injured quad as we get the game underway here tonight with the Vikings in control of the ball to start with here, and we'll see if they can move the ball back on the aggressive side of the pitch before losing it out here to Jackson, which so far they haven't. And Jackson back in control now. Ball up the side. That's going to be called a knockdown. Kevin Geisler is take that kick there. Number 7. Kevin's going to Western, and along with a couple other kids from Jackson. Jacob Williams is going to SPU, and Vincent DeCino. Wow.
That was close.
That was close.
I got to remember to turn on the replay here.
We see that on replay as Jackson's going to get a corner kick here. And a corner kick is a scoring opportunity here for Jackson. In short, on the ground, through. There's a shot. Should be a shot on goal. Bounced out by the Vikings. Controlled again by Jackson. Another shot up easily to the goal, into the goal. And just like that, Jackson has had 3 shots on goal already. And 1 corner. Ball clearing back to Jackson goalie. Got the lights on here at Lake Stevens High School here, and lots of black, dark clouds circling around. And we're very likely to get some pretty good rain here before this match is over tonight.
Just as long as it isn't crazy raining on Wednesday, because the camera is further out under the window at Glacier Peak than it is here.
Yeah, it might get wet at Glacier Peak if it rains hard then. And that ball off the end line for a goal kick for Jackson. Nice and cozy up here in the booth at Lake Stevens. Relatively new stadium. I think this has only been here like 6 or 8 years.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
I think it's actually what Glacier Peak thinks that they're going to get.
Well, Glacier Peak should get that. I think all high schools ought to have a nice stadium.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Pretend like you're in Texas.
Well, the athletes put in a lot of work, so it doesn't matter what school it is. If they put in a lot of work, you know, they should have a nice stands for the parents and fans to be able to sit under a roof. And
Yeah, they'll make it back over 20 years of admissions. Shouldn't be too bad. All right, Jackson inbounding on the far side after out of bounds play there, trying to move up the field, and it goes out of bounds again. It'll be another Jackson throw in over there. And that ball's going to be
behind the
Viking.
pole. Oh, no, almost behind the pole.
Vikings throw in. The ball went over the fence into the visitor grandstand where there are no visitors sitting because they're all smart enough to be over here on this side of the field where they're under cover. And so far that storm hasn't made it in here yet, but I can see it off in the distance. Depends on how the wind blows. And the Vikings got the ball down there on the right end of the field now. See if they can get a throw in from the far side up near in front of the goal somewhere. And maybe get their first shot off of the game here tonight. Nice long throw up in the goal, dropped. And it does get a shot on goal across the front of the goal. So Vikings look like they come to play so far tonight. That's a nice little turn and shoot. Just went across the front of the goal, unfortunately.
Aren't we used to having, like in football and basketball, isn't the team in white, aren't they usually home?
In basketball, the team in white is home. In most other sports, the home team has the colored uniforms. And baseball, the home team is colored and the away team is all in gray, usually, or white.
Well, thanks for that information there, Ron.
And the football teams are all colorful at home. But both teams are colorful in football, so they wear their own colors. Jackson moving down the sideline, going to possibly get a shot on goal if he can save it. Doesn't quite get there in time to do it. It's going to go off the end line. Nice run, nice attempt. Next time he might be a little faster. Here's the kick from goal by Viking goalie there. Jordan Tanner's going to get the work out here tonight. He's going to hit a shot in front of the goal. That's right to him, kicked out of bounds by Tanner, and that'll be a corner, I believe, for Jackson. It is. Jackson picking up their second corner. Nice job in goal there by Tanner. Got his hand on that. Best he could do. Nice ball up in front of the goal, over the top of the goal, and off the other side end line. Will be no score on that attempt as we'll get a quick goal kick here. We got the clock on the
We do.
score. You guys can see the clock. So 33 down to 33 of this left to go in this first period here. Jackson being more aggressive at this point. Little shoving, little knockdown there, and the referee's going to come in and call that. Called it earlier. It's going to be a Jackson kick right there from the old football 9-yard line. And Vikings will be lined up 10 yards beyond that by the referee out there.
And the pole is exactly in the way.
The pole's exactly where the camera, I can just barely see around it here, but that's Kevin Gessler going to take that kick right up in front of the goal. Bounces off in front of the player in the goal, and Kiss is going to take another shot. Cleared out by the Vikings, back to Jackson, and the Vikings take it clean out this time. Going down the far side of the field, one-on-one. Who's the fastest runner is? That should be a penalty. I'm not. He didn't get called for a knockdown over there. It's going to be a.
Was it a tackle?
Well, it wasn't a real tackle. It just a little body shove, and I think he didn't get called for it. It's going to just be an out of bounds ball with a throw in on the far side by the Vikings. A little physical, but not bad. I think we might be able to call that almost a shot on goal. It was a long try. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He wanted it to go to the goal. I know that for sure. There's a nice clean ball. Jackson heading for it, and it was ricocheted off of.
Did that go all the way? Oh, no, it just hit the stands.
Yeah, went into the stands. Ricocheted off of Jackson player will be a Viking throw in when they can recover the sphere from the stands. Playing with an orange sphere here again tonight. Not uncommon, but not normal. Normally we see the black and white, the white ball with the black mark stripes on it. And a couple of players on the ground here still playing on.
I asked Jason about the orange ball. He said, nope, doesn't matter what color the ball is.
No, it doesn't. They can play with anything. Vikings going to possibly get a shot on goal, and that ball's going to go off the end line, and that's going to be a corner for the Vikings here. So they'll get their first corner of the night here, and a possible attempt at getting a goal as they retrieve the ball out of the track meet.
Well, we've got a really good shot of the pole.
You got to have the pole that way too?
Awesome.
Well, we'll just have to see if he can get that ball up. I can look around two different poles here. I can't see the ball in the kick. And there's the ball. It's up nice and down, way past the goal, a long way. A little overshot. Not a good corner by the Vikings there, so no harm done. Jackson recollecting themselves now as they prepare to see this ball from their goalie down there. Jackson again on the attack. Try to center the ball for a nice little behind the heel drop. And Vikings control the ball momentarily. Jackson swinging to the far side, down the sideline. Could be another center up here if he's quick. That was a ricochet off a Viking. I think that's another corner for Jackson. So they'll try their third corner of this first half so far. Nice ball up in front of the goal, just past the goalie and off the other side and out. So no harm done on that corner as well. The lights came on in the stadium. I thought it was getting a little dark in here. Make the fans happy with a little light on them so they can see their cell phones.
See their popcorn.
See their popcorn. Keep track of their kids running around. Ball struggled in the midfield there, and Jackson comes out with it. Again, down the sides. Vikings in a little bit of trouble defensive-wise. They're just having to mainly just play kickball and get the ball out of trouble for the most part. Not much control with their defensive players down there. And Jackson feeds the ball up nicely. Set play on the far side from the defender up forward middle. Back in the middle to Riley Quanders there. He's trying to make something happen out there in the middle. There's a shot on goal, just dropped off by the goalie. So another shot on goal by Jackson. So far, no shots in the net. As the Viking defenders clear that ball back out to midfield, but right to Jackson. There's going to be an infraction against a Viking player over there. Jackson picks the ball quickly and heads it or boots it downfield. Possession time so far pretty much in the advantage of Jackson here. For the most part, the ball's been on the right-hand side of the field here as we look at it. That was a ball attempt to center up. And again, we're going to get another corner, it looks like. Fourth corner of the night for Jackson. 4 shots on goal for Jackson. And we'll see if he can drop this one in there. Kick is up in front of the goal, off the head of Jackson and right into the hands of the goalkeeper. That another good attempt at a shot on goal. Goalkeeper just happened to be in the right place. Unfortunate that he was. So that's going to go against Jackson for a little climbing on the back of a Viking player down there.
There's no piggyback?
No piggyback. Knocked him down even. Or he fell down in either case. The Vikings have a chance here with a free kick from out there. Midfield. Get a shot on goal. Be about a 40-yard in the air. Got to be up in the corner of the goal for that goalie not to get it. He's a pretty tall fellow. Short in front of the goal. Bicycle kick by the Vikings to the goalie, and no score. So threat averted by Jackson there. So far, Jackson is working on a shutout, as is the Vikings working on a shutout. Vikings and the Timberwolves. Somebody mentioned the other day that's a couple of Minnesota teams, Vikings and Timberwolves. There's a shot on goal, and that went in, I think, didn't it?
Nope.
No, just went off. Just bounced off. I ducked behind the pole, and I couldn't see the ball. So shot on goal, but nice shot on goal. Just hit the corner post. Yeah, so this is the Minnesota mascot teams.
Yeah.
The Vikings and the Timberwolves. Couple back-to-back triple headers there. As scramble for who's going to get control of the ball, and turns out the Vikings do down the sidelines and out of bounds. That should be Jackson Timberwolves throw-in. Vikings with control in the midfield here. Jeez. That long ball up in front of the goal. Goalie's coming out and comes out and gets the ball right at the last second before the yellow line, which makes it legal or illegal if he crosses that line, which is about the football 10-yard line there. Play on, says the ref. No takedown. Vikings with a long ball down the far side. Goalie again comes out nicely to get that one. Averted that attempted shot for goal down there. The orange ball goes completely up beyond the lights, out of sight.
That has some danger.
Yeah. Went higher in the air than it went downfield, I think. There's another knockdown on the far side. Jackson gets back up. No call on that one. Clean play. Referee's letting things go pretty well here. Did just blow his whistle about something. Guess it's just a throw-in on the far side. So Vikings hit the ball in the back of the pitch here, trying to set something up in mid. Oh, there's a definitely push in the back, clearly called. Can't do that in front of the referee and get away with that one. So Vikings again will have a chance to get the ball on goal from about the same place they were before, maybe a little about 5 yards closer than they were. And see if he's going to just drop it up in front or fire at the goal. He fired it right at the goalie. Goalie didn't even have to take a step, just had to catch it. So I guess that's a shot on goal for what it's worth. Nice move by Jackson players. Oh, I thought I was going to pass it off, but he mishandled it there. The Vikings got the ball. Going to be a Viking throw in on the far side. Oh, I guess he's going to get a kick. He did get called for a knockdown over there, so Viking free kick, long ball up in front of the goal, bouncing off a couple of heads down there. Back up in the air in front of the goal, and a header by the Vikings at the goal, and just wide the goal. Unfortunate for them, they didn't get the score there, but I want to give them a shot on that because that was clearly an attempt on goal. Anytime you use your head to hit the ball toward the goal, that's definitely a good thing. Again, Jackson on the attack on the far side. Up in the air off of Jackson.
Did you talk to him about a little bit larger hot dogs down there? Get some sausage dogs?
No, I didn't talk to him about hot dogs down there. I actually got smart. I had to grab a hamburger on the way up here tonight because I didn't want one of those weenie dogs. Jackson has basketball. They got those huge Costco dogs over at Jackson when they do a basketball game, so makes it pretty nice for that. And I don't think they get like $3 for them or something. So their booster club does a good job supporting them over there. Oh yeah, booster club support, good support here. Just haven't got the big hot dogs.
Right.
Well, big hot dogs aren't everything. It's all about the good work they do. Vikings almost got a break there. They intercepted a pass, but back into Jackson again.
Vikings are playing right with them.
Yeah, Vikings are in the game here. They're not backing off. The Vikings are a good ball club. It's just the fact that they've got a few ties under their belt doesn't look well on the stat sheet, but here's the feed up the middle for Jackson. They can clear it out. Got doubled up there. Clear through, going to be a center. If he can clear it back, does get it up to the center. Bounced off of Jackson. Cleared out by the Vikings, so looked like Jackson had a chance to get a shot on goal, but got tangled up in a few Viking feet there. So we're coming down to about the last 16 minutes here, and although a lot of scoring attempts earlier, we still haven't got anything in the back of the net yet. But that's going to change eventually, I'm pretty sure. Both these teams are good at scoring. Jackson scored 9 against Cascade, so they like to score. There's no question about that. There's another feedback. Oh, good defense there by that young man from Vikings, and he's going to get thrown down to the ground, and that might be a card. It is a card. That card's going to go against Jackson. Not sure he. Number 11, been Sinzo Dianchugo. Got called for that, I think, and he went out to take a break. There's a substitution in here for Jackson. Good hustle there by Riley as he intercepted that pass, unfortunately out of bounds, but prevented a Aggressive play. Now that was unfortunate. That ball is not what he intended to do. And Jackson will get a throw in here right in front of us down field. And if they can control this ball in the inbounds play, there's a good chance they'll get another shot on goal down here. They didn't, however. The Vikings had other ideas. Again, the Vikings are starting to be more aggressive than they were early on in this first half here. So maybe a little more of a surprise than the Jackson boys thought they might be. And so used to controlling things quite a bit on their own. And they've had several shots on goal that weren't there, or didn't get there. So they're confident maybe a little bit on the loose side, but there's a ball down the far side. Turning the shot on goal if he's quick. And Jackson says it should be a corner. And the referee agrees with him. So we get a Jackson substitution in here for the game. Vincenzo D'Onofrio is back in. I think he had the one that got the card, and he's out. There's the ball up in front of the goal. Ball's bouncing down. I'm not sure who that went off of. The referee says it was off of Vikings, so it's going to be a corner kick on this side for Jackson. Looks like that's going to be taken by Kevin Gessler there. Kevin's the captain here for Jackson. Here's the corner up in front of the goal, dropping down on the far side of the goal, back up and cleared out by the Vikings. So no threat on that corner. Nice tackle. There was a slide tackle for you, Todd. Jackson settling down here again. Defenders trying to move the ball into position, set something up here. Nice heel kick back. That ball is going to not go out of bounds. High long ball downfield. Jackson controlling on the far side. A little scramble down there. Vincenzo over there working hard on that ball, and I'm going to get a free kick from that spot where it was a little takedown. There's a shot into the middle. Wasn't what he intended, I'm sure. Ball's off of Jackson, quickly thrown in by the Vikings. And that ball's Jackson wanted that quickly, and the linesman on this side did not call it, and Jackson picked it up and threw it in, but the referee saw it correctly and whistled it dead, bringing it back to the Vikings here for the throw-in. There's a nice long ball. Oh, that's trouble, maybe. Nope. Going to go off the sideline. Will be a Jackson throw-in over here, though. And cleared out long by the Vikings. Long ball downfield by the Vikings. And that ball cleared out by Jackson. Will be a Viking throw in down here. close to the Jackson goal. Still no score in this game as we're closing in on the 9-minute mark here. Ball out of bounds will be Viking throw-in again. Vikings center the ball up, but intercepted by Jackson. Vikings got a chance if they can clear it. The ball's over the top, cleared out by Jackson. Little hand checking over there by Jackson and no call. Nice run down the far side here if he can get there. He does get there. That might be a corner. Nope, it's not. Good run there by Riley Quanders. Muhammad Ismail coming in for Jackson here with 8 minutes left to go in this period. Ball back in play. Things quieting down here a little bit as far as shots on goal is concerned. We need a little more aggressive excitement going on here. That ball sails out of bounds on the near side here. There's a struggle and a bunch of pushing and shoving going on down there by Jackson. De Los de Santos. And whistle blows. Oh, it wasn't a throw-in, it was a penalty knockdown. And fans thought there was a little bit of shoving going on down there as that ball went out of bounds. And the Viking player is pleading his case down there. Jacob Woodward thought he got pushed, and he did. Didn't win the case with the referee out there, as there's another infraction, and Jackson takes control here with what will be a long kick downfield. Head belongs to the Vikings, and back to Jackson. That ball's going to go off the end line for a corner, for a goal kick. So far, no rain coming in here, no wind to speak of. Nice quiet evening so far. Know there's weather moving around us. That ball go off at Jackson. Apparently that was out of bounds down there behind the player's tent. Well, not sure what's going on there with that little move. Ends up being a Jackson throw in, so like Stevens just kind of delaying it a little bit while they get back in position. Nice passing, nice catching over there by Jackson as that ball's forward. Unfortunately, right to the goalie. He comes out to cover that one. A little shoving there by Jackson. Going to give Vikings free kick there again. Possibility of a goal could happen here. At least we're going to get the ball in a position where if it bounces right, something could happen. It's up, it's down, in front of the goal, over the top. And there's a Viking player on the ground, but the referee says nothing happened. And going to get a goal kick there. He went over to check with the linesman to make sure that he didn't see something different. The referee checks with that young man there. I guess that was Jacob again that was on the ground and shook up a little bit there, but he's apparently okay. Jackson on the run, nowhere to go. Nice defense by the Vikings. There's a slide tackle and going to go out of bounds. Clean tackle, hit the ball, knocks the player over. No foul. Should be a Viking throw in on the far side when they can recover the ball wherever it went. Back out of sight. Nice long throw downfield. Again out of bounds, be another throw in for the Vikes. Double team tripping and Vikings falling down, but Jackson emerges with the ball so far. Until then. And all right, so no score at half here. We'll take a 10-minute break and we'll be right back after this. You're watching STSPN Soccer.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
know how I've been this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership? Well, Raritan's of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go, it looks like it's here right now, I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Raritan's of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Welcome back to STSPN Sports. So much time Sports Network here broadcasting 4A, Wesco 4A soccer match here between the Lake Stevens Vikings and the Jackson Timberwolves. No score in that first half if you were with us for all that time as we get ready to go another 40 minutes here. See if somebody can put that little round ball in the back of the net. This is Ron Hinthorn here, giving you a little bit of the play-by-play and trying to help out with what's going on down there today. And we'll see what happens in the second half as we get underway here. Referees making their way out to the field there. Rowan Mendez out there in the middle of the field, controlling the game here today. Not too rough and not too physical, but there was one yellow card in the first half given to Vincenzo. And we underway here for the second half of this match here. The undefeated Jackson Timberwolves, 6-0 in Wesco Conference, 8-0 overall in play this year. Lake Stevens undefeated in conference play, 4-0. and 5-0 overall, but 2 ties in league and 3 ties overall. So even though they've had some ties, they're well in this ball game, and this ball game is a tie as of the first half, 0-0. And it looked like the start of this game that Jackson was going to be a little bit more aggressive, getting quite a few shots on goal in that first half. Had half a dozen shots on goal in 4 corners to only 4 shots in 1 corner by the Vikings. But the Vikings came on strong later in that second half, and they came to play, and they held the defense held Jackson out of the goal, even though a couple shots bounced off the goal post. Good job there by the Jackson goalie. By the Viking goalie, who came up from the JV there, Tanner Jordan, sophomore goalkeeper, earning his credentials here tonight for the Vikings. So Jackson out there in the away full white uniforms, and the
They called kits.
Call them what?
Kits.
Kit?
Their uniforms are called kits.
Oh, that's a good one on me. I didn't know that. I thought they were called uniforms. So, yeah, the Vikings out there in the black and gold. Viking colors, purple and black, I think. And Jackson on the run down the far side. And quick ball out, and that's going to be an offsides call. I'm not sure I saw that, but apparently the linesman down on this side did. So it looked like a break there for the Vikings, going to turn out to be a nothing.
Offsides.
It's like crazy. You'd have offsides in basketball. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Actually, the game of soccer is a lot like basketball in some ways. And there's a shot on goal in the second half here by Jackson. I'm sure the coaches for both teams had a little bit of encouragement to say at the timeout there, as both defenses held their ground. No score in that first half. Long ball out of bounds. Jackson on the aggressive side here, left side of the field, moving down. Attempted center by Jackson, got back again. Good control by Jackson on the far side. Take down there, trip down, no call. Vikings with the ball on the near side here, long ball. Far middle, should be one-on-one if he can turn and go. That should have been offsides, and it was. And unfortunate for the Vikings there that got a little bit aggressive there. That was Jackson Busby going downfield. Got called for offside. And that ball's booted out of bounds. I was watching professional indoor soccer the other day on TV. I don't know how I even found it, but it's pretty aggressive for indoor soccer. Kind of fun to watch. The ball never really leaves the field. If you've never watched indoor soccer, it's kind of like playing in a hockey arena where you play off the sidewalls. Jackson made a move down the middle. Attempted shot on goal blocked by the Vikings. Going to end up being in the first corner here for Jackson. I think that's Gessler down there. Gessler going to Western, centers the ball up on the far side. And the ball goes off the far side. I think the referee's going to call that another corner. So we're off to a quick start here for Jackson with 2 corners. This one coming from the far side over there. That's a nice ball in front of the goal. Off the head of Jackson and almost in. Should have been, could have been. And fans thought it might have been, but it wasn't. A little excitement there, though. There's another ball off the head of Jackson, and the goalie collide. And we have a Jackson player on the ground, but I think he's all right. That's Vincenzo Dionofrio. Get his name right. Young man, sorry if I got it wrong, but I think it's Dionofrio. Getting a lot of fan noise out there tonight. Yeah. Getting fan chatter. Nice to have some fan chatter, but if they're not talking about the game, they're talking about their lunch they had. That ball's off the head of the Viking player, and then again it'll be another corner for Jackson. So Jackson aggressively picking things up here in this second half of the match tonight. So far, that weather beast has held its way off. No raindrops tripling on this field tonight. So maybe we'll get through this without anything. There's the ball up in front of the goal, knocked out by the goalie to Jackson. Trying to turn and make another shot, clears it back out, and that's going to go off the sideline for a Viking throw in on the far side. Good play there by the Viking goalie, Tanner Jordan, earning his credentials here tonight as he comes in off the JV squad. There's an offside call against Jackson. The referee is deciding something else. No. Decided it wasn't offside. Decided it was going to be a corner. Not sure what the linesman flew his flag up about, but be the 4th corner here for Jackson again in this second half. Substitution for Jackson.
Substitution for 6, Eric Lopez. Jackson substitution for 5, Zachary Russell.
Zachary Russell comes into the game for Jackson. See if he can get his head on the ball in there. Needs to kick up. It's low in front of the goal, off the head of a Viking player, drops in front of the goal. Cleared out to Jackson, back down the sidelines, nowhere. Back to the middle. Shot on goal. Over the top of the goal. Bounced off of the football goal post. And the same as being out of bounds. And that ball go back to the goalie for a goal kick there. So Jackson getting a little aggressive there. Getting a little action there. But other than getting some corner kicks, they didn't get anything in the back of the net yet. So there's going to be some frustration on their part if they don't do something soon here. I'm sure they're probably thinking they should have. But Vikings defense is holding up strong. And there's a breakaway, and that could be in front of the goal and cleared out, but not. Jackson trying. Oh, nice defense there played by the Vikings. Unfortunate. Almost lost it. Put it down by the Vikings. There's an easy ball in front of the goal by the Vikings. And that's a shot in goal. That's a shot by the Vikings, and that was offered a Jackson player, I think. I'm not sure actually who actually kicked that ball. Vikings score. See if the PA there can give me a break on who that was, if you can see it on replay. Minute there, Vikings score. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving going down here. Oh, they keep shoving. That's going to result in some red cards if the linesmen and the referees get it. There's really kind of a brawl going on down here, guys. Not good. Not good. Let's get control here. And discussion going on down there with the head referee and the players, and there's going to be a red card given to number 2, I believe, for Jackson there. I think that's correct. Number 2 is Daniel Anazadai. And he'll be leaving the field. And some additional discussion down here with the Viking players. And probably could. Jackson player got a red card. And I didn't see another red card. There should have been at least 2 red cards down there because I saw some pretty aggressive play down there by both teams. So unfortunate, tempers flare there a little bit. And an interruption in the progress of the match here as the referee keeps track of things.
I see he keeps explaining stuff to the Vikings coaches, not to the Jackson coaches. So it seems like
Oh yeah, he's explaining, answering the questions of the coaches down here, and going to be a substitution here and get another. Oh, I know who got the red card. Yeah. Because I saw him give it to him and then saw him leave the field, number 2. No, he's still out there, isn't he? Well, he got a red card. I thought he had to leave. So a little more discussion going on down here with the Vikings as the ball's going to be put back in play. Maybe the red card was on the Vikings. could be wrong. I thought he gave it to number 2 as he walked off the field, but number 2 is still on the pitch. So play resumed here after a few minutes of rumbling, color rumbling, and there's some more physical activity down there. Both teams are getting aggressive here. That ball's off the end line for a goal kick.
Let's go, Jason!
It's going to be a little more pushing and shoving here. It's going to be a knockdown by the Vikings against Jackson. Jackson getting very aggressive here as they're going to take a shot on goal, in front of the goal. Cleared out by the Vikings in front of the goal again. That ball's going to be kicked out of bounds by Jackson, I believe. No, it's going to be off of the Viking. Going to be Jackson throw in. Didn't get a signal from the linesman here, so I didn't get any clues from him. Nice long throw up in front of the goal. Jackson got the ball back on this side. Dan's getting a little excited after that little rumble a while ago, so. That's going to be a free kick for Jackson there. Ball right to the goal. Making the Viking fans cheer loudly. Check with the official scorer here and see if he's got anything different on that red card called. So I'll be right back.
Viking substitution number 15, Jordan Ross.
Okay, a lot of confusion going on there right while I was gone and well before I was gone, but apparently red card was given to number 35, Aiden Crook for Lake Stevens Vikings, and the second yellow was given to number 11, Vincenio Diocho. So 2 yellow cards for him. Both players are out of the game, so number 11's out, number 35's out, and then right there after that goal, another yellow was given to number 8, Sebastian Figueroa for the Vikings. And the goal by Jackson was number 13, Aiden Fernandez, tying the game up here at 1-1 after that goal for the Vikings, which was actually an own goal off of a Jackson player. So I don't know if that's confusing you as much as it's confusing me, but I don't know who actually touched the ball or made the first attempt for that first goal by the Vikings. But it's tied up 1-1, and we're looking at 17 minutes on the clock, but probably a little more time than that because there was probably some added time for the melee, the scrum, the rumble, whatever you want to call it. And Jackson gets another kick on the far side over there. Let's just see if they can get this ball up in front of the goal. And hard into the goal, right to the goalie. So another shot on goal by Jackson. And well, I guess the ball just rolled out the backside over there. So we're back to normal play here, but a physical game with 2 yellows and a red, and there probably should have been some more according to what was said in the other booth and by a couple of fans who were watching from the outside had their 2 cents worth in as well. But they weren't called, so they're non-events. So we were at 0-0 in the first half. Now we're at 1-1 in the second half. Jackson scoring a goal and giving up a goal on a defensive error down there. So regardless of the outcome of this game, it's physical and active and aggressive right now by both teams. I think player with the red card and the player with the 2 yellow cards will not be playing in the next match that these teams play. So with a 1-game suspension, there's a nice feed through by the Vikings. Unfortunately, lost the ball, got it back. And there's an easy knockdown by Kevin Gessler there. Nothing real aggressive, but it will result in the Vikings getting a free kick as a substitution there. Number 6, Eric Lopez, comes into the game for Lake Stevens Vikings. Here's the throw in. Trying to get to Eric and didn't get it. Cleared back out. Jackson so far in control. Again, nobody really in control here as the ball is kicked and bounced around back and forth between black and white. Black has it now. Nice feed through. And that ball kicked out of bounds by Jackson. We throw in down here in the corner for the Vikings. He can get a good long throw. Zachary Russell coming into the game for Jackson. So there's a little discussion going on down there with the referee and one of the Viking players. I'm not sure
There's a little trip down there.
what's actually going on. Probably fighting for position here as we get this throw in. And this is throwing back at the outside. An attempted ball over the far side. Vikings kick it up in the middle, bouncing off the head. And nice defending there by Jackson as goalie drops the ball off there. Jackson plays it back into defensive control here. Stolen by the Vikings, but the referee says a little infraction, going to give the ball back to Jackson here.
Let's go, Jason!
Clock's telling us there's 11 minutes on the scoreboard, but I think there's probably at least 3 or 4 minutes than that. See what the referee has to say about it. The long ball goes up into the hands of the goalie. Back and forth, long ball downfield. Jackson will control it back to the goalie. No Viking in the area to pick that up. Don't think anybody's in prevent. I think they're just... Oh, that's clearly going to be a call. Tried to tackle, missed the ball. Vikings did a somersault there. Nothing malicious about it, just an attempt at slide tackle and didn't work, but it's going to work to the advantage of the Vikings as they get a chance to put that ball up in front of the goal here on the free kick from about the 29 yards out, 30 yards out from the goal. There it is up in front. Cleared out by Jackson, back by Vikings. Nice save over there, I think. No, linesman said no. Fans got excited. And Jackson pressing forward here with the ball on the near side. Long ball into the head of the Vikings.
Viking substitutions. Number 8, Sebastian Figueroa. And number 24, Emmanuel Margarito.
couple substitutions there for the Vikings. That ball bouncing close. Head back to goalie by the Vikings. Could have bounced the wrong way, but didn't. Number 24, Emmanuel Margarito's in the game. Jackson has the ball up front, out to the far side, looking to center the ball into the goal. I think that was off the Viking, and it will be another Jackson corner. So shots on goal, corners, kicks well in favor of Jackson, but score still says 1-1. Both goals scored by Jackson. However, one of them was in the wrong net. What they call an own goal. Here's the corner up. Nice ball right in the middle, dropped down and out. Another ball up into the middle. Goalie coming out quickly. Nice job. Everyone's ball flying around to nobody right now. It comes out of bounds on this side. Vikings momentarily in control. The Vikings tried to get something through there, but the Jackson defenders held them out and cleared the ball out, and they're going down the field. And it's going one-on-one to the goal here. No. Vikings clear, get back in there and do it. Could be a shot on goal. Should be a shot on goal somewhere in there if they can get their foot on it. There it is. It bounces up in the air off of Vikings and out of bounds on this side over here. And will be a Jackson throw-in, however.
Jackson substitutions. Number 7, Kevin Beasley. And number 16, Kaya McCann.
Getting ready for the throw there. There's the long throw over the middle, off the head of Jackson in front of the goal. Kick, shot over the goal, off of the football goal post and out the end line. No cigar for Jackson again. But another attempted shot on goal. And again, a little bit of knockdown there as Daniel goes down and gets back up. It'll be a Jackson kick. Looks like it's going to be taken by Daniel. Zada. No. Quickly back over. Unfortunate for Jackson, but they got it back. Definitely a physical game out there, as we saw that Jackson player pushed the Viking defender out of bounds and off his feet. No call. And so far nobody has been injured in one way or another, and that's a good thing. even though it is a physical game out there tonight. And there's going to be another call in there by the referee, and Vikings will get the advantage of that with the free kick. Long ball downfield. Unfortunately there for the Vikings, we weren't able to hold on to that, and it goes out of bounds. You throw in for Jackson. Substitution number 14 for Jackson. Eric Kim into the match here with clock showing a little over 2 minutes left to play. Still 1-1 is the score of this game. That ball's out of bounds, and we have Viking throw in. Correct call by the referee, and linesman did not call it, and should have. Vikings on the attack. Unfortunately, didn't get it through the mess of Jackson defenders. Long ball by the Vikings over the middle, should end up getting to the goalie. It does. Long ball by Jackson upfield. Cleared out, not cleared out on the far side, intercepted by the Vikings. And that's going to be a Viking throw in here. So we're into the last 2-minute clock of the officials, or the scoreboard clock, but I'm not sure what the officials are going to have going on down there, but I'd say we've got at least 4 minutes left to play. A lot of time for anything to happen. There's a quick knockdown there, and the referee pulls back the Jackson players 10 yards. This could be what the Vikings are looking for. They can lay this ball up in front of the goal there. Andrew Polly with the ball curving in. Dropped to the ground to nowhere. It's going to go off the end line and be a goal kick for Jackson. Starting to play with a little more intensity here by both teams, trying to quickly make things move. Getting the ball back in play as quickly as possible on the sidelines. They're not sure how much time is left, but they might know. Referee might have informed the coaches. The goalie's way out to get that one. That's going to be a Jackson throw-in if they can go get the ball. Not sure what we're going to do if this game ends in a tie here, but it'll be the first tie for Jackson if that's the case. I don't think so. Nice tackle there by Vikings. Long ball up front, going to bring the goalie out. He got it. Quickly bringing the ball down far sideline. A little pushing and grabbing and shoving. I think the referee could have called something but didn't. almost a chance for the Vikings to get to that free ball, but Jackson got there first. Out of bounds on the far side. All the Viking players are up on the sidelines off the bench, trying to help as much as they can from the sidelines, but all they can do is hope at this point. Taking a little extra time over there with the throw-in. It's a long throw-in up in front. Need to get that ball in the middle and does. Turned the wrong way in my opinion, but long ball. All the Viking defenders are pressing forward here, trying to make something good happen. Shot on goal if he gets it up in the middle. And it's right to the goalie. But it was a shot on goal for the Vikings, even though they haven't had that many this half. I think it's only a couple of good shots on goal.
Regulation, we are all tied up. 1-2-1. We will allow minute 2, the first of a potential 2 5-minute overtime.
Okay, so we are going to play 5-minute overtime. And we'll get those started here in just a minute, and we'll take a quick break.
Parents and students are to stay off of the playing field before, during, and after the game.
Here, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
The start of this overtime.
All right, we're back here in the first of two 5-minute playoffs. Nothing too exciting happening yet. There was a takedown right in front of that throw-in. The linesman called it, but the referee didn't call it, so it's just going to be a Viking throw-in here. Good ball down the line, but no Vikings down there to get it. Whatever the outcome of this match is here tonight, certainly going to go down as one of the tougher matches for both of these teams this year. Not to mention the fact that it's a physical match. There's a little bit of a push down over there. Vikings don't seem to be in too big of a rush. Down to 2 minutes of this 5-minute period. Long ball up front. Off the head of the Viking, but into the hands of the goalie. Jackson moving down the far side. Could be a chance to get a shot on goal here. Up in front. Bouncing around, cleared out by the Vikings. Be a Jackson throw in on the far side. Don't seem to be too urgent here. Maybe the referee was holding that up. Jackson centers the ball. Should be a shot on goal right there. Hard shot. That's the goal, but a shot on goal just the same. The referee taking a look at his watch down there. Probably not more than a minute left. And he's got his whistle up, and that's it. So, end of the first 5-minute overtime period, no score. We'll take a break and be right back. All right, Ron Henthorn back here for the second overtime period of this match here between Lake Stevens Vikings and the Jackson Timberwolves, as we're closing in on the possibility of a 1-1 tie ball game here after 2 5-minute overtimes. I think that's the way it ends. And Jackson can center the ball up in front of the goal. There's a Jackson player there, missed the ball turning. Should shoot again here. There's the Jackson goal, and that's it right there. Sudden overtime, Jackson wins. I'm not sure who got that goal. Number 7, Kevin Giesler.
Around the stadium. Again, please, spectators and fans, please stay off of the playing field after the game. Thank you.
Was that 7? Yeah, will you tell him he's player of the game?
Here.
Yeah, we'll give him player of the game. It's number 7, Kevin Giesler. All right. Got that sorted out there a little bit.
And the STSPN's player of the game is number 7 of Jackson, Kevin Giesler. So if you can head on up to the sound booth, they would like to do an interview with you. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll get him up here in just a minute. So we'll take a commercial right now.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
You know how I've been wanting to buy this truck and I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to make it into the dealership? Well, Rairdens of Monroe is actually bringing the vehicle to me. I gotta go. It looks like it's here right now. I'll call you back.
Too busy to schedule a test drive? Raritan's of Monroe will bring the test drive to you. It's part of our new concierge service. Personalized car shopping built for today's customer. It's another reason why Raritan's of Monroe is a customer service champion. Let us know what we can do for you.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Okay, Ron Hinthorn here with Kevin Gessler. Kevin, you're going to be our player of the game here.
Thank you.
After that goal. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How did that happen, actually, right there at the end?
I think the whole team, we've won every game so far. We didn't want to stop yet, so we kept going. We showed that we had passion and just kept pushing, and then we finally got it.
Yeah, well, second overtime and kind of getting tight out there. Tell me about that own goal out there. How did that happen?
You know, I didn't get a clear view of it, so I'm not really sure what happened. So going to have to ask someone else.
Okay, you weren't there either. It's kind of hard to see from up here as well. So, and a physical game out there tonight. Is that normal with you guys at Lake Stevens up here?
Not really. This is really the first year that us and Lake Stevens are like the top two teams. So it's more physical this time because there's more on the line. Before, it's never really been like this. We've been lower in the standings, but now we're both at the top, and it's a tougher game.
So a little more physical in the game. Were you getting involved in that, or did you stay clear of that?
I kind of got involved, but only because someone pushed me, even though all I was trying to do was win the ball after.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of pulled myself out of the situation.
So what did Sarah have to say to you after the game there?
After the game, she just said, "Congratulations. I knew your goal was coming. Just put my faith into you."
You're actually tired. You're too young to be tired, man.
I'm so tired.
Well, it was a great game out there for you guys, and you're still undefeated and untied.
Yep.
And this is a STSN player of the game shirt. Hold that up there and get around to the front there, and we'll get Todd to take a picture of you with that. And we'll get you on the YouTube web and everything else. So
thank you.
Congratulations to you and the rest of your players, and I hope you have another winning game. You're up against
Mariner next.
Mariner next week. That shouldn't be quite so tough.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll be out there. You got a couple of players that aren't going to make it though. At least got set out a game. So
yeah.
But you'll be out there, so that's great. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And good win for you guys tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. That's Ron Hinthorn here for STS. Big switch out there, and all the things we need to do to keep this show running. And we'll sign off for tonight. And Jackson, winner in second overtime here, 2-1.